Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to show you how to configure a 4-channel CP Plus DVR that includes the unboxing, hardware installation, hard disk installations, software configurations, all the connections and finally the output performance test of the camera. So keep watching. So let's unbox the DVR. You get a user manual. This is a DVR box what you get. And this is the front panel of the DVR, as you can see. In the back side you have four BNC connector sockets for 4 cameras. These are the 4 camera sockets, and after that next point is the audio in, audio out. This is the audio in and audio out port, and this is the power supply where you need to provide 12-volt DC power supply. These are the two USB ports. You can connect external hard disk or mouse. This is a HDMI port, we can connect to a monitor, and this is the LAN port. You have also the VGA port which can be connected to monitor for displaying purpose. With this DVR box you also get a 12-volt power adapter which can be used to power of the DVR. This is a 12-volt to 1.5 ampere power adapter that can be used. In addition to that, you also get two cables. One is the power cable for the hard disk, another is a SATA data cable for the hard disk, and you also get a mouse. And you can see this these two are the cables. The right one is the power cable and left one is the SATA hard disk cable, which can be used to connect the hard disk with your DVR. This is the hard disk which I am going to install in the particular DVR. So this is a 500 GB SATA hard disk. So let's remove it. The package, inside the package you will get the hard disk. So this is we are going to install inside the particular DVR. These are the two screws you need to open the DVR. Inside also we have the two screws. These total four screws need to open to install the hard disk inside the DVR. So I have removed the screws, so we can open the panel and see what happens, what is there inside. As you can see, there is a internal motherboard in the DVR. So I will try to brief the various components inside the motherboards. So as you can see, this is the DC power connectors. This is the power connector for the hard disk. This is the SATA connector for the hard disk connections. This is the CMOS battery which holds the various date and time informations, and all of the various chips, embedded chips are there of the CP Plus motherboard. So now let's install the hard disk. So these two cables are required. This is the power connectors and this is the SATA connector. So it's advised that first you connect the hard disk part. You take the hard disk and you connect the SATA connector like that, and also you connect the power. The one it is over. Now you can put the hard disk in the appropriate position of the DVR, and you can connect the SATA connectors, and also you can connect the power. So only this much connection is required. So as you can see, I have connected the power and SATA connectors. Now I have to screw up. If you rewind it, you can see there will be some 4 notches are there. These are the 4 points where you need to screw up the hard disk. So you have to arrange it accordingly. Now you can see the 4 holes are matched at the point. Now the screw which is provided with this DVR, this screw needs to be connected here. We're just connecting or putting the screws in the positions. We will be using this adapter to power the DVR. So here this is a DC connector. So where you connect the power, and this will connect later after connecting the monitor. Here we are using the VGA connector of the monitor. So we have connected the monitor terminal with the DVR. So this is all about. Now we will connect the mouse and we will switch on the power and see what happens. The mouse has been connecting. This is the first screen what you get after powering up the DVR in the monitor. This is the time when the booting operation is under progress. So as I have not connected any camera with it, it is not showing. It will be asking for selecting the region. So from that I just go to India. I select the India, then language selection and go to the next one. So here you need to select the time zone. So I just set that particular time zone, though time is wrong here, so I need to change the time. I am selecting the or correcting the time. So I have corrected time. I go to the next option, next. Then it is asking for the password. We have to set that password, but we should be careful about this. It should consist of uppercase, lowercase letter with a special character. So according to that, I set a password. So I have typed the password, and then we have to set the pattern. So I set a pattern unlock. This will be asked whenever you start the thing. So next option is coming. This is some option is given. If you forget password, then how can you remember? How can you improve the password? Reback the password. So I am just clicking. So I have just given my email ID in case of recovery of the password, and it is mandatory to answer these questions. However, I have given some answer. Now I show to the welcome user. Welcome to the user startup wizard. This wizard will help you to set input parameters. Let's set the parameters. Now device name is a DVR, some DVR name, device channel number is 8, English, PAL, and these are the instant playback. These are the basic settings. You can keep as it is unless hardly required. So this is a time frame, and for these things, server address, other things, and now you can keep it as it is for initial setup. Later you can do it. We can go to next, and here it shows its IPv4, that means LAN address. So you can see this is the address. This is the IP address of the DVR 192.168.1.240, and this is the MAC address of the DVR. You can see. So we can go to the next, and this is here you are getting the scan code for mobile client ID and instant cloud ID. So instead of when you want to make the DVR online, that time you may need to scan these barcodes to make the DVR online and also to store data in a cloud. So now I am not doing this thing, so just I keep it as it is. Now it shows the different configuration like its resolution, frame rate, other things. I am not changing anything here. Then here also I am just keeping as it is. Now here asking the disk full. When the disk full, what to do? Either you can make when the hard disk is full, you can stop the recording, or you can overwrite. So I just click on the overwrite. So whenever the hard disk is full, it will overwrite it. So the previous data will be erased. Time length, what is the time length? It will be 60 minutes will be there for the video file. What will be there? And delete expired file. Okay, no problem. 120 is here given. 128 days before data will be automatically erased. So this is all the recorder informations. Now it is not showing anything because there is no data available now. So I just click on here. So now thank you for purchasing our product. Our initial setup is of CP plus DVR 4-channel DVR is complete. Now if you can add the camera, if you can connect the camera, you can use. So now you will see the camera connections, other things. See, this is the CP plus 2.4 megapixel dome camera. So now this type of camera having the two connectors. This will be for the power supply for the camera, which is 12 volt, and this is the BNC connector, which will be connected directly to the DVR connector. This end positive end will go to the positive, and black one or orange will go to the negative, and this side will be going to the camera power supply connectors, like that. So like that it will be connected, and here it will go to the plus and minus terminal of the power supply. This is the BNC connector which is required to connect the camera cable. So I take it one BNC connector, and here you can see the this end will go to here, and the other end will go to the BNC connector here through this cable. This is called CCTV cable. This is basically a 3+1 cable. I will also explain why it is called 3+1 cable. If you remove the jacket of the cable, you can come to know what is present inside this. I am removing the jacket, and now if you can see, there are three wires are there. You can see, that's why I call it as 3+1. This is the coaxial cable. This is the coaxial cable part, and this will be used for power supply and for audio. So two will be required for power supply, and one orange color will be used for the audio purpose if you are using some mic. And this is the coaxial cable. So next, another time we have to remove the jacket, so you can see what is present inside this. This is a basically coaxial cable. It consists of two parts. The first part is this is the copper wires are there, shielding wire. This is called shielding wire, and this shielding wire basically used to ground the signal, ground terminal of the signal. This is the ground terminal of the signal, and again if you remove it, the first point, you can see this is a pure copper wire through which the video signal will be propagated. As you go for a high quality wire, you will be getting more pure copper wire, so that video quality will be attenuated very minimum when you travel a distance. So this is basically 3+1 wire. Now let's see how to connect this BNC connector. We will be removing the part, and this jacket part will go first inside this one. We'll be putting it inside this. So here you get the point. Now you take this, you can see there this is the connector. Here you have to screw it down by moving anti-clockwise. You have to move it anti-clockwise, and then you have to insert this core inside this. And this copper shield part should be connected with this. So after doing this, so what we can do, simply connect it. Now we have to connect the DC connector. So this is the positive one, this is the negative one. So this positive and positive should be connected together, and this negative and negative terminal will be connected together. Now you can use insulation tape to make the connection properly. So we can use this kind of insulation tape to make the isolation of the cable, so it should not be short circuited. So I have connected this insulation tape. So this will be kind of going to the here camera end, and this is the VNC connector will be going to, after removing this cap, we can easily use. There will be a notch where it should enter in this way and then twist it. So it will be locked like that. So one side is over. Same thing we need to do in the other side also, but only difference is that here you need not to connect that DC connector, because here we will connect this power supply directly here. So let's do it. Now you can see this is a power supply, this is a BNC connector. We are going to connect it to the first channel of the DVR. So we have connected the BNC connectors and power already given here. And another side, you can see another side of BNC is connected to the camera port, and another, this is the power port and this is the camera port. So this is the physical connection about the DVR and the analog connection. Now we switch on the camera and power systems and we'll try to see the camera output. So I am using a buzzer to check whether the supply is polarity is correct or not. Just I am putting positive arm inside. So sound is coming. So inside is positive. So it is working. So I can easily power up the system. Or also you can use the multimeter also to check whether the voltage is appropriate or not. So we can use the multimeters, keep it in the DC volt 20 volt range, and we can measure the output voltage here. So check whether the power supply is okay or not. Okay. So just you can see, you can use the multimeter to check whether power supply is okay or not. So just you can see, I put here positive inside and it shows me the 12 volt, and I am not getting any minus sign, which indicates that polarity is correct. So when you test up to this, so now usually you can connect the power supply connector with the camera, and unexpected you should get the output in the monitor. So as you can see, our camera is in on condition, so we can view the things. The resolution is quite good. So This is how you can install an analog camera system in the CP plus DVR. So now you will evaluate a little bit the night vision infrared capability also. So now it is in dark mode. I am testing night vision. Uh, so this is the night vision of the camera. I will say that the resolution, the infrared capability is very high. Picture quality also good. It is satisfactory. In my side also you can see my face in the total dark position. This is the night vision capability of the CP plus 2.4 megapixel camera.